Hey, it's UG6 checking in. Today I want to talk about the PS4's biggest weakness and honestly the biggest mistake that's being completely overlooked in the gaming industry right now. So if you think about it, the PS4 is getting praised because it was stronger. They didn't force all the Connect stuff down your throat, and just overall, it seems to be a better console for now. Let me get into this before all the Sony ponies get on me. So if you think about it, let's think about things in the exclusives market. You go to Nintendo, you expect Mario, Zelda, Super Smash Bros. Then in Microsoft's case, we had Titanfall, Halo, Gears of War, and stuff like that. But when you go to Sony, you would think, okay, Uncharted, Ratchet and Clank, Jack and Daxter, Kingdom Hearts, Metal Gear Solid, they were great must-have titles for the games. But now, I mean, this time around, all those games are multiplats, or they were discontinued, or they're being made into movies. Kingdom Hearts is a multiplat. Metal Gear Solid is a multiplat. All the Naruto games are, they've been part of the 360 and part of the Microsoft family for a while now. Crash Bandicoot's gone, Spyro's gone, and overall, I'm just a little worried about Sony because think about this in a legitimate standpoint. You're at a store, you see the Xbox One, the PS4, you notice all these great exclusives that the PS4 has, or I mean, all these great exclusives that the Xbox One has. Then you look over at the PS4's exclusives, and all you see are Knack and Uncharted. I mean, other than that, there's honestly no reason that I or my friend, because me and wakuization were discussing this yesterday about if we were to get a PS4 and Xbox One, and we went to PS4 immediately just because of the hardware sales and stuff like that. But if you really think about it, the only thing that's selling the PS4 and that resolution and frames per second are stressed so much is just because the PS4 is better hardware, and that's undeniable if you look at it from a regular standpoint, not a fanboy standpoint. So honestly, I think Sony needs to get its exclusives. I don't want to say get them back, but they need to get their exclusives back up. They need to have must-own titles for the PS4, or else the Xbox One really can come back and start competing with the PS4. It's already competing with the PS4, but not to the point where Microsoft wants it to be. Microsoft wants them to be neck and neck. And honestly, just thinking about this, I don't even have a good enough reason why I would get a PS4. I mean, sure, the graphics look better, but the fact that Microsoft just has some must-have exclusives that seem to also be coming to PC, because Halo 5 might end up coming to PC, and if that comes to PC, then I will truly have absolutely no reason, because everything's becoming on multiplayer. And it's the same thing, Metal Gear Solid 5 and Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts 3 is being produced on the DirectX 11 engine, so they can just easily port that to PC and get that audience. Metal Gear Solid 5, same thing. Hideo Kojima said if there's a demand on the PC end, we will port it to the PC. Ratchet and Clank's being turned into a movie. Jack and Daxter seem to be discontinued, and we only say that because we didn't hear about anything at the PS4's launch, or almost a year from it now, which we're basically a year out. The Naruto games, which are, I don't want to say an amazing franchise, but they get their sales. So Crash Bandicoot's been gone and Spyro's been gone. People love Sony exclusives, and now that they're not here, it's just game changing. I mean, that's something that I actually have to give to Nintendo. If you think about it, Nintendo games, even though they only make first party games, that's the only reason to own a Nintendo console. You can't get them anywhere else. And that's why a PC and a Wii U is the best way to go this generation, and maybe for the rest of the time, unless Nintendo gets their third party support. But regardless, they'll still have those first party games, and if Nintendo ends up kicking the bucket, then I'm sure that they could sell their first party titles for a couple billion. Those are worth a lot. I mean, you see how much Mario, Super Smash Bros, Zelda brings, and it's just insane to know how much money those exclusives alone bring in. And if the Wii U came out with these exclusives, but the Wii U would just be destroying the market right now. Shout out to wakuization. He doesn't really do a YouTube, but we were talking about this yesterday. So yeah, I mean, he's a pretty cool guy. But other than that, it's just all of these exclusives for the Xbox One, Nintendo. It just makes you scratch your head, like, where are the exclusives? I mean, if you even go over to the Vita's getting nothing but a bunch of third-party support. It's killing it over in Japan. But I mean, other than that, there's no must-have titles there are no exclusives for that console, for the handheld anymore. So, anyways, that's about wraps it up. Tell me what you guys think about Sony's lack of exclusives. If you think the Wii U and PC is the best way to go this generation, and overall, after hearing this, are you a little bit more persuaded to go to the Xbox One? I mean, it's getting all these exclusives, even though it's at a little bit of a lower resolution and textures. You won't have to spend $800 on both the consoles just so you can get one that looks better and one for the exclusives. But overall, tell me what you guys think about this. UG6 checking out. Be sure to follow me on Twitter in the description below. Be sure to subscribe, like, and comment. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.